Hello everyone and welcome to our first virtual music lesson. I am very excited to be here and to be learning music again with everyone. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I started an Instagram and a Twitter page for Fred's music class. So you can look up on there, it's just at Fred Music Class. So go ahead and follow the music class on there if you're interested, and I'll post lots of musical goodies and things from our lessons too. And at the end of every single one of these videos, I'll have a question of the day, so make sure you watch all the way to the end so you can answer that later in the comments. Alright, so let's get started with the music lesson. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of singing together, but first we're going to start with a warm-up because everyone knows that's very important before we start singing. And then after that, I'm going to jump over to Quaver Music and show you how to join our new virtual music classroom that I have set up on there. Alright, so before we start singing, let's do some stretches, and you can do these stretches, the first two anyways, you can do them either sitting like I am right now, or you can stand. So for the first one, you're going to spell out your own name in the air with the tip of your nose. So pretend you're writing your name with your nose. So I'm going to say, for example, I'm a Seleniac, so I'm going to say M.S.A.L.E.N.I.A.K. So go ahead and do that for your own name, or you can even do, you can spell Fred Douglas or just Fred. So F-R-E-D, or if you want last one, you can do music. So let's spell music, M-U-S-I-C. Alright, so for the next stretch that we're going to do, you're going to take your shoulders and you're going to squeeze them up, squeeze them up, squeeze them up, get a nice good stretch, hold it there for a second, and then let it down. And then let's do it one more time. Take your shoulders, put them up, 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 squeeze them tight, and then roll them back down. Alright, one last time. Let's squeeze them up, hold it there for a little bit longer this time, and then put it back down. Alright, for the last stretch, you're going to want to stand up, so I'm going to go do that right now. Alright, for the last stretch that we're going to do, we're going to do some torso twists. So you can take your hands and either put them on your waist and kind of just move back and forth a little bit like this. Or you can take your hands and maybe put them up in the air like this and do some stretches. And last one, if you want, just take your hands, let them flop to the side, and do some twists like this. Maybe try one of them, maybe try all of them, and see which one feels the best. So for this lesson, you can either do it standing up like I am right now or sitting. It's up to you, whichever one you think is more comfortable. So the next thing we're going to do is talk about your posture. We talked about this before, that you have to stand up or sit up nice and straight when we're singing. So let's pretend you have, since I'm standing right now, if you're standing too, pretend you have a string that goes all the way down from your heels all the way up to the top of your head. Take that string, the tip of it, and just pull it up just a little bit so we're nice and straight and tall. So you don't want to be hunched over like this, so your back's a big curve. You want to take that string and pull it up all nice and straight so we're standing up and there's a nice straight line from your heels all the way up to the top of your head. Now, if you're sitting, you can do the same exact thing, but this time you're going to imagine that the string is right at your waist where you're sitting. Take that string at the top of your head and just pull it up so you're sitting nice and straight. Again, if you're by a table or maybe your computer's on a table or a desk or something, you don't want to have your elbows on the table, you don't want to be leaning and kind of falling asleep here while watching the video and singing. So make sure you pull that string up and you're sitting or standing nice and straight. So when we practice singing, I always talked about how important your breathing is and where you're actually breathing from. So I'm actually going to jump over to Quaver and show you that diaphragm that we talked about, and so you can remember where your diaphragm is and how exactly it works. Alright, so right now on Quaver, we're looking at the breath anatomy page. So you can see your lungs is where all of that air comes in and fills up, and then right underneath is the diaphragm, which is that muscle that helps you breathe. So when we do these breathing exercises, we're trying to make that muscle stronger so we can breathe more and bigger breaths. So right now I want you to take your hand and put it kind of where your belly button is on your stomach area. And by yourself, just do some normal breathing. So the girl on the screen in the breathing anatomy is also going to do the normal breathing. On your own, just breathe a few deep breaths in and out. You can breathe in through your nose or through your mouth, it's up to you. So just normal breathing. All right, now when you're doing this, notice, are your shoulders moving at all? Are you going? Or is your stomach moving at all? When you go in, is your stomach getting bigger or smaller? And then when you breathe out, is your stomach getting bigger or smaller? So do it a couple times by yourself now. Pay attention, are your shoulders moving or is your stomach moving in and out? All right, let's do normal breathing again with your hand right on your belly button. Okay, so now we're gonna do some breathing exercises to try to strengthen that muscle, like I said before, that diaphragm, and it'll help you breathe and take bigger breaths. So let's go on this breath anatomy. Let's do that in for 4 and out for 8. So we're gonna take a breath in for 4. When we're doing that, make sure your shoulders stay low and relaxed, and then out for 8. So let's do it together. Ready, go.
2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, let's do it one more time together. When we're going in, your shoulders should be down and your stomach should be getting a little bit bigger because all of that air is coming in and it's filling up your lungs, so it gets bigger when you breathe in. Then when that air comes out, it gets smaller because the air is coming out. So breathe in, it should get bigger. Breathe out, a little bit smaller. Let's do it one more time together.
2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, awesome, good job. So when you do this by yourself, just remember, shoulders stay down, and when you breathe in, the air comes in, so the lungs and the stomach expand, and when you breathe out, it gets a little bit smaller. All right, now let's do a couple more breathing exercises and then we'll move on to singing. So up on the screen, I have fiddle breaths, and we've done these lots of times before. So let's do a few together. Let's start with going in for 4 and out for 4. So pretty easy, keep your shoulders down. When you breathe in, stomach gets bigger. Breathe out, it gets a little smaller. Ready, go. All right, this time let's do in for 4 and out for 8. So we just did that. Let's practice it again. Ready, go. All right, let's do one more together, last one together. Let's go, yeah, let's do in for 4. Actually, let's go in for 2 and out for 4. Ready, go. All right, so I'm gonna have fiddle breaths up for you after this video, and it's gonna be in Quaver. So after this video's, so if you wanna play around with fiddle breaths a little bit more, I'm gonna have it posted in the lesson on Quaver for today. And I'll show you how to get there at the end of this video. And before we leave fiddle breaths, I have a challenge for everyone. I want to know on fiddle breaths, how long can you inhale and what's the longest number of beats you can actually exhale? Is it maybe 8 beats? Is it 12 beats? Is it 16? Let me know down in the comments. Try this on your own and then come back and see how many beats you can breathe out or exhale. All right, now I'm gonna say a sentence one word at a time. Listen to me first and then I'll point to you when it's your turn. So one word and then one word. Mommy, made me, mash my, M&Ms. I think you know where this is going. So let's do the whole entire sentence together. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Now it's your turn. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. All right, so if you're having trouble, it's a little bit of a tongue twister. Do it a couple times on your own. Just pause this video and then practice saying, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms on your own. All right, now let's go over to the piano and do some singing. So we're gonna do the same exact sentence, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, but this time singing. So listen to me first and then I'll tell you when it's your turn to sing. My turn first. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Now it's your turn. Ready, go. Alright, nice. Next one, listen first. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Now your turn. Alright, listen one more time, my turn and then your turn. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Now your turn. Let's do this one together. Ready, go. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Next one. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. One more. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Alright, really nice. So this time, let's do it all together, no stopping, all the way through really nicely without stopping. But before we start, if you're sitting, I want you to remember that string that's going down from your waist all the way up to the top of your head, pull it up. And if you're standing, same thing, except for you have a string going from your heels all the way up to the top of your head. So wherever that string starts, pull it up from the top of your head and make a nice straight line. Alright, so let's do it singing together. I'll sing and then you can sing with me. So same thing, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Ready? Ready, go. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. 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 One more. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Alright, awesome job. Alright, this time I'm going to play just the notes so you can practice singing by yourself without my voice. So let's do it, just you listen to the piano and follow along. Ready, go. So in music class, we talked about the 4 different voice parts and how sometimes people's voices are a little bit higher and sometimes people's voices are a little bit lower. So I have a challenge for everyone. If your voice is a little bit lower, we're going to practice singing the same sentence, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, but this time we're going to start in the same place, and instead of going to the higher pitches, we're going to go down to the lower pitches on the piano. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. 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 One more. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Alright, so that last one you did, maybe you heard that my voice can't even go this low, but maybe some of your voices can go this low. Let's do that last one more time, and I'll play just the piano. Alright, this time if you think you have a lower pitched voice, I'm going to play just the piano part so you can practice singing those lower pitches by yourself with the piano. Alright, ready? Same thing. Alright, next challenge I have for you is we talked about low voices already. This time, if you think you have a higher voice, we're going to practice singing some higher pitches on the piano. So we're going to start already a little bit higher and then go higher and higher if you think you have a higher pitched voice. Alright, so same thing. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Ready? Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. 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 Alright, I'm gonna do that one more time, but only with the piano so you can practice singing by yourself. Alright, ready? Go. Alright, I have one last singing challenge for you. This time I'm going to play that same thing, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, but I'm going to play pretty fast, so let's see if you can keep up and if you can say that sentence without getting all tongue twisted. It might be a challenge this time. Let's see how you do. Alright, now for the last part of the video, I'm going to show you how to get on to our new virtual music classroom on Quaver. So first of all, if you don't remember how to log into Quaver, I'm going to upload a separate video to Fred's channel here to help you actually log on to Quaver. But once you're already in Quaver, on the side here, press that yellow teacher access little sign. And then to join our new virtual music classroom, you're going to type in the code E6HQD. And if you need to pause the video right now so you can see this code, go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to press OK and join that virtual music classroom. Now I'm going to go down over to that yellow student tab and press that. And now this time your name should be right at the top, and underneath it should say Virtual Music Classroom. So to see all the lessons I post for each of the videos, you're going to press the assignments. And then right here it might come up that at the first one I have a little test class, but for yours it might come up your homeroom teachers, so it might say Mr. Tingle's class or Miss Cattell's class or whoever's class you're in right here. But I'm going to press the virtual music class. And right here in the all section, I only have a test lesson up for now, but I'm going to press that test lesson and then I'm going to press launch. So at the end of each lesson, I'll be asking a question of the day, and you can either submit a short video response right here on Quaver, like you see I already submitted mine, so it's right up on here. Or you can leave just a voice response, cover up your camera and just leave a voice, or you can just leave a comment in this video. And once you finish recording, there'll be a little green submit button on that video page, and then you can just exit out of that when you're done. That's all I have today for our first virtual music lesson, and don't forget to come back and check all the other specials lessons that are also going to be posted here on Fred's YouTube channel. And I think that is it. So bye, and I'll see you next time for our second virtual music lesson.